Different person, same feeling, same ending. You didn't plan it, you didn't want it, but somehow you ended up here again. That's not bad luck. That's your nervous system running a program that learned before you were old enough to question it. I am Tanish, a certified hypnotherapist. Let's get into it. You do not attract who you want, you attract who feels familiar. And familiar isn't set by your standards list or your vision board, it is set by your nervous system, by the emotional environment you grew up in, by what love felt like before you even had a word for it. There's a concept called attachment theory developed by psychologist John Bowlby, which tells us that the patterns of connection we experience in early childhood become the internal blueprint we carry into every relationship as adults. If love growing up felt inconsistent, warm sometimes, cold sometimes, present then absent, your nervous system didn't learn that it was painful, it learned that it was normal. That is what love feels like. So, as an adult, you keep finding people who recreate the same feeling, not because you want to be heard, because they feel like home. The emotionally unavailable person doesn't feel like a red flag, they feel familiar, and familiar registers as safe, even when it is anything but. Carl Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. In hypnotherapy, we call this repetition compulsion. The subconscious doesn't recreate old dynamics to punish you, it recreates them because it is still trying to resolve them, still trying to finally win the love that just felt out of reach. But here is the truth that changes everything. You cannot resolve a childhood wound through an adult relationship. The person in front of you is not your parent, and no matter how hard you try, you cannot earn healing from someone who isn't equipped to give it. The healing has to happen inside, and when it does, the old familiar type stops feeling magnetic and something genuinely safe starts to feel possible. So, here is what actually breaks the pattern. 1. Map it honestly. Look back at your significant relationships and ask not what did they look like, but what did they feel like? What dynamic kept repeating? Name it without judgment. You cannot change what you haven't clearly seen. 2. Trace it back. Ask yourself, where did I first feel this? Whose love am I still trying to earn? This isn't about blame, it's about reclaiming authority of a story that was written before you were old enough to edit it. 3. Learn to sit with healthy love. When you've been conditioned to associate love with intensity and uncertainty, safe, consistent, available love can almost feel like boring at first, almost suspicious. The discomfort is not a sign that the person is wrong for you, it is a sign that your nervous system is encountering something unfamiliar. Sit with it, let it become the new normal. 4. Come back to yourself first. The relationship you have with others will always mirror the relationship you have with yourself. So, when you start choosing yourself consistently, the entire pattern begins to shift. You are not broken, you are not cursed. You are someone whose nervous system learned a particular map of love and has been faithfully following it ever since. But maps can be redrawn slowly, honestly, with compassion for every version of you that kept trying and kept hoping. This time can be different, but it begins inside. Save this, share it with someone who needs to hear it. I'll see you in the next one. You deserve love that doesn't hurt.